my gosh, and the best thing about this is it actually has a mirror. Woo! What is up, guys? It is your girl back with another makeup tutorial. For today's tutorial, I will be reviewing the Wet n Wild Cushion Foundation. I came across this lovely foundation while I was at CVS shopping for a face mask, and when I went around the Wet n Wild booth, I saw this beautifulness, I saw this sexiness, I saw the cushion foundation, and I have been dying to try a cushion foundation. And I was like, you know what, why not go ahead and just try the cushion foundation by Wet n Wild, since I already like their other foundation, the Photo Focus foundation by Wet n Wild. I mean, it's one of my all-time favorite foundations, and I love most of Wet n Wild's products. I feel like their products are not only such great quality, but they're also very affordable, something that I'm always looking for. Who doesn't want great quality and affordable makeup all in one? I mean, like, let's be serious. So if you guys want to see this full review on this Wet n Wild cushion foundation, then vámonos, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, guys, so I do want to give you guys an honest review of the Wet n Wild foundation, and I want to give you guys an honest opinion and also an honest first impression. And in order for me to do that, I do want to apply good primers on my face, primers that I know is going to give this foundation a good try, you know, because I'm not going to use a primer that I don't like and then try to use it with a new foundation that I've never wore before, I've never applied on my face, and then let it go to shits. That's not going to happen. So the primer I'm going to use today for my face, it will be two. I have been loving using a primer spray and an actual primer. So this primer, this is the Too Faced Hangover RX primer. I really like this primer for hydration. I like it because I feel like it makes my foundation last longer. And it's good for anyone that is or has dry skin. Next, I'm going to take my MAC Charged Water. This is a primer spray as well, and we're going to prime the whole entire face. While that is soaking on my face, this is the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Foundation. This has SPF 15, and that is what drew me to the foundation, because of the SPF, and also because I do have the other Wet n Wild foundation. This is the Photo Focus foundation, and it's actually one of my favorite drugstore foundation. I really love this foundation, and it is very affordable. Also, another reason why I grabbed this to do a review for you guys is because I don't own any cushion foundation. I've been meaning to try a cushion foundation, and then when Wet n Wild came out with this, I figured why not go ahead and try it. Being that I already love their other foundation, this one should be just as good. Now, the only thing that I was a little like skeptical about is because I'm not sure if this is even my shade. And it also says that it contains natural coconut derivative. It contains some coconut in it, and I love coconut. I actually apply coconut oil all over my face as a nighttime moisturizer every single day. It does say it has a luminous, lightweight, and buildable finish. So I'm all about the luminous finish. I'm all about that glowy, dewy JLo glow, and it's lightweight to basically buildable or full coverage. You can make this as full coverage as you want to. This is perfect for someone like myself because I don't like that full coverage look. I'm more about like just building my foundation. And then it also says it has a hydrating formula. So let's see how hydrating this is. I am in the shade medium warm, the number 119A. And like I said, guys, when I was at the drugstore, I literally just kept looking at the other foundations, and for some reason I just grabbed this one, and I really do like the packaging. It's nice and sturdy. I've never tried a cushion foundation, so this is all literally brand new to me. I want to do like half of my face using a brush and half of my face using a beauty sponge. When you do open it, it does come with like this little poofy thing, the little puff thing that you can just dip it in and then just apply the foundation. Okay, so next you go ahead and you open it right here, and this is where the foundation is. When I was at the drugstore, I didn't want to open each and every one and swatch them on the back of my hand because, I mean, one, people are going to buy it, and two, that's probably not sanitary anyways. It's not like a liquid foundation that you can go ahead and do that. I would actually have to dip my finger into it, and nobody wants to buy a foundation that's already open. So I'm just opening it, and that looks actually a little too dark for me. I'm already like, ooh, I grabbed the wrong shade, but you know what? It is what it is. It happens. Okay, so like I said, I do want half of my face using a brush, and then the other half of my face I am going to use a beauty sponge just to see which one it is that I like. And I guess this is like the weirdest thing ever. I guess I'm just gonna dip my brush in it. Okay, so it's grabbing product, good. Doesn't have a smell to it. I can say the other foundation by Wet n Wild, it did have like this like painty, like I don't know, it had like this awful smell to it, but when the foundation dried on your face and when you set it, it kind of went away. But as you were applying the foundation, it had a smell to it. I don't think this one does. So this side of my face, I am going to apply. Oh, okay, it's not like hella dark. I think I can work with this. Actually looks like the same shade as my Photo Focus by Wet n Wild. So just because it looks hella dark right here, it doesn't mean that it is. I'm just going back in and dipping my brush. And this is actually one of my all-time favorite brushes to apply foundation. This is the e.l.f. brush. And I'm going back in. Okay, this looks pretty. What I can probably say is I would have liked it for Wet n Wild or for these other companies to make it easier for a cushion foundation for you to really match yourself, because if this wasn't like my actual shade, I probably would have had to gone back and get obviously my shade, right? So I really like how this is applying. And it does not smell like the other foundation. I don't smell any like chemicals, any painty smell like the other one. It doesn't reek. Doesn't smell at all, no. This is applying so beautifully. I really like it. And it is true when they say it's light to buildable coverage. So this is a very light for me. I do want it to be just a tad bit more like full coveragey, I guess you can say. And I'm gonna focus it right here. Oh, this is so beautiful. I really like it. I think this is my shade. I hope this is my shade, because this, I mean, I'm gonna go out with this. So this is a very, very luminous finish. This is so pretty. I am loving it. So this is one side of my face completely covered with the foundation using the brush, and so far so good. I am loving it. The foundation applied really nicely, very smooth. It is very luminous, and it is a very lightweight coverage. So if you want like a more full coverage, you're probably gonna have to dip your brush or your beauty sponge a couple times into the foundation to get the coverage that you want. Now I think I can do this. I'm going to just put my beauty sponge into the I got it on my nose, whatever, into the foundation, and now I'm just going to start pouncing it on my face. So weird, it looks a little matte as I'm applying it with my Morphe sponge. This side of my face looks very luminous, while this one, it looks a little bit flat, a little bit matte. Going back in and grabbing more foundation. Like, this is so perfect for the summer, especially if you want like just a tad bit of coverage and you want your makeup to look very natural. Perfect like for work, perfect for an everyday look. Oh my god, this foundation is flawless. Oh, I really like this. It does give me a little bit more coverage when I apply it with my Morphe sponge. So I'm gonna blend it a little bit on the other side too, because I like how it applied better with my sponge. Alright, so far so good. I am loving the coverage. I am loving the foundation, how it applies, so seamless. It is so luminous. Like literally it is beyond luminous. It's so pretty. Now I am going to finish off my entire makeup because like I said, I do want to give this foundation like an honest review, a good chance of, you know, going on my good side for my foundations. And I am going to apply my concealer. I'm gonna take a little bit of this Maybelline. I'm gonna mix it with this one. This is the Master Conceal, and I'm gonna apply that with this flat brush, and this is by BH Cosmetics. This concealer has a little orange tint to it. That's why I am going to blend it with the other one. Hopefully the rest of my makeup also applies nicely with it, because sometimes when I apply foundation and then I apply the rest of my makeup, you can see that it separates the foundation with the actual makeup, and I hate that. I have like, I think like 2 of my foundations, they do that, and it's no one's favorite thing. So just taking the other concealer and just doing a little bit of that. A little bit of highlight here. I'm gonna go back in with my Morphe sponge and I'm just gonna blend that. I am gonna set the concealer with this pressed powder by Wet n Wild. This is the Cover All collection, and I'm just taking a generous amount. Going to set it right here. This is clearly a Wet n Wild day. I'm gonna contour with the Wet n Wild contour. This is the Dulce de Leche contour kit. It's one of my all-time favorites. Just taking that with my Morphe E4, and I'm pouncing that right here on the forehead. I feel like Wet n Wild is literally up in their game. I feel like every time Wet n Wild comes out with a product, it just, I don't know, it just makes me so happy because they're so affordable and you can find it at your drugstore. I'm that kind of person that likes to go to the drugstore or go to the store to actually buy something. I don't like to buy anything online because half the time I do, I buy the wrong thing. I buy the wrong shade or I buy the wrong size. So I'm the type of person that if I'm going to buy something, I have to physically try it on. I have to see how I like it. And when I was looking at this product while I was at CVS, I kept looking at the other ones and I'm like, okay, which one's my shade? Is it this one? Is it this one? I want to know, what is your favorite cushion foundation? Have you guys tried this foundation by Wet n Wild? Do you guys like it? Do you guys not like it? Because so far, so good for me, to be honest. Like, I need to zoom you guys in just a tad bit more just so you guys can see how bomb my skin is looking right now, because I am literally obsessed right now. Can you guys see how pretty that foundation is looking? Like, hello, come through. It is so pretty. Like, high-end makeup, what? Who said? No. Wait for the highlight though. For the blush. The blush is going to be this one, also by Wet n Wild. This is Apricots in the Middle. Clearly I can't like even keep it together right now because I'm so excited about this damn foundation. I am taking that with my Real Technique brush. I like to apply that just a tad bit on top of my contour, not too much on the apples of the cheeks, more like blending that with the contour. And I'm gonna take the Wet n Wild highlight. This is, I mean, it's not even open. What's going on? Like, you just can't say that this is not beautiful. This highlight looks so creamy. There's like no fallout. That's so funny. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, that is like sexy. Other than that, I am loving the foundation. I am loving the luminous finish. I am loving how beautiful it looks on my face. And I do want to compare both of the Wet n Wild foundation. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation and versus the Cushion foundation. I like both of them very differently. With the Photo Focus, this one, I feel like it has more of like a satin finish. It's not as luminous as the Cushion foundation. And this one, it does, as I don't know if you guys have seen like other reviews on the Photo Focus foundation by Wet n Wild, but this one has an awful smell to it. When you're applying it on the face, it literally smells like paint. It smells like chemicals, but you get over it in like a quick second as you're blending the foundation. Once you set it, that smell goes away completely. This is one of my favorite drugstore foundations, to be honest, and it's actually more affordable than this one. This one goes for $5.99 while this one goes for $8.99. And now for this one, this is a very luminous finish. This one you have to build it more than this one actually. This one is more like medium to full coverage. This one is very lightweight to full coverage. So for this type of foundation, I think anyone can use it. Now for this one is more like those full coverage girls. And I do like how luminous they both look. Though the Cushion foundation is more luminous and it also contains the SPF 15. Now, both of the foundation when I apply, they do create crease on my smile lines, but most of my foundation they crease on my smile lines, so it's really not that big of a deal. I feel like in the summer now, 2018, everyone is all about that lightweight coverage, that lightweight look, and it just looks so just natural on the face. It just applies very nicely and smooth. I didn't have to blend it so much on my face, and it didn't have too many of like those brush streaks. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Also hit that notification bell so every time your girl uploads, you guys are notified. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.